Guess what? Our system taught them exactly what they needed to do in order to better their credit. Our system taught them exactly what they needed to do in order to increase their cash flow and get out of debt and become first-time investors, taking people from being long-term renters to being home owners. So it's powerful, and we're just about to run through some for you right now. At any moment in time, if you have the ability to do so, right below, if you have a credit question, a personal credit question, or if you need to see the system, then by all means, you can do that as well. But nonetheless, grab the system. All you got to do is click the link in the bio, that top button. And then once you're in, you can come back here and say, hey, I'm in, got my system. I invested in myself, because that's what you're doing. You're investing in yourself when you get access to this system. It's not about us just getting you to sign up. It's not about us just letting you know that we got a product and you joining and saying I'm in. That's not enough for us. We're more so interested in when you join, you actually sticking with it and following through the process, then letting us know, hey, not only am I in, 3 weeks later, guess what? I was able to get something deleted. My score went up because of this. My cash flow went up because of this. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear your success. So yes, we want you to get access, but we want you to get a return on your investment. And that's what we're going to talk about, how other people invested in themselves and got a return on their investment. So we got to pull up these testimonies. You know how we get down, and if you don't, you will.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, check this out. This is Sabrina. We call her Bree. And as you can see, her credit score is up 160 points in 90 days. 160 points just for getting access to our system and following the step-by-step instructions that we give to fix your own credit. Guys, I really want you to think about that. That's over 50 points per month for 3 months straight that her credit score went up. She stated that not only did she raise her credit score by 160 points, she was approved for a new credit card. She has more cash flow coming into her household because she applied the strategies for the W-4, as well as she removed medical bills from her credit report, and she's knocking out debt and increasing savings as fast as possible, all from utilizing our system. Okay, so you got to understand, she had a few different emotions after getting access to this system. Number one, she is just blown away at the fact that she did it herself. She didn't spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to get her credit repaired. She invested in a do-it-yourself system that allowed her to learn it and do it for herself. The second thing is this. She was also able to give herself a pay raise on her job, averaging 50 plus points per month in increase. Guys, she is just ecstatic, and she's wondering how much higher she can go by utilizing this system. And those are the type of testimonies that we get over and over and over again. People think repairing their own credit is hard, it's expensive, it's frustrating, but it doesn't have to be. You only experience those things when you don't have a system that works, okay? If you don't have access to a system where everything is organized for you, then hey, it can definitely be tiring, expensive, and very, very frustrating.
That's right.
All right, hold on. I think I had a question in the comments. A little impatient, I see. What's your credit score? We are both in the 800 Credit Club.
We did that in the early 20s. Just by applying the system, getting access to it. It allowed us to get a home in less than 30 days. Most people take a little longer. So we definitely have done it for ourselves in the area of credit, but bigger than that, we want to empower others to do the same. That was the only question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I don't see any more questions, you guys. As you hop on, let us know where you are tuning in from. Drop your city, drop your state. Let's go.
All right. So this testimony comes from a queen. She said, look, this is my personal credit score. I know it's low. And I like to say it like that because we don't care where your score is. We don't care how low it is. We just know that we have a system that can help you make progress. So no matter how low it is, we want to take it from low to high. She said, I know it's low, but thanks to the system and the 750 credit plan, which is the same one you'll get access to, is going up 123 points. If you can benefit from 123 point increase, just drop that in the comments because that's what the system allowed her to do. Then she said this. She said, y'all, this is real proof. It's only going up more. I'm ecstatic. My mind is blown. She's ecstatic because her score went up 123 points. You will be too, rightfully so. Your score went up 123 points. That's worth being ecstatic. She said her mind is blown because she's surprised that she was able to do it herself. We wasn't surprised because we know the power of the system. The system takes us step by step, letter by letter, exactly what she needs to do in order to build credit and get certain things cleaned up from her credit. So she was able to do it. Her mind was blown that she was able to do it. Then this is how you know what you just tapped into is powerful, because you want other people to experience that same success. This is what she went on to say. She said, "Are you ready for yours to go up? I know I was. All I had to do was start. That's it. Your score can go up too. Stop waiting." She's excited for herself, but she's like, "Look, I don't want to be the only one with my score running up.
Right.
I want to be the only one getting a 123-point increase." So that's the power of our system, and that's what the queen was able to do. And she wants that same thing for you.
Yes. So here is another testimony, and you guys, we are actually reading these testimonies from people who posted them in our private groups or on social media after utilizing our system, okay, our do-it-yourself system. So that's what we're reading from. If you're just now hopping on, let us know where you are tuning in from. Drop your city, drop your state, because we would love to know how far this video is reaching. So every now and then I'm going to turn it around where you can see I'm not just making this up. This was actually a text message conversation, and this is what was said. Oh, I thought the light went off. This is what was said. She says, "So I got one dispute back. I am so excited, LOL." And I said, "How did it go?" They said it would be deleted in 30 to 60 days. A $4,000 debt is being removed. And then she joked and said, "I only got about 15 more to go, but I'm so excited." Guys, literally after getting access to the system, following the short video tutorials, she was able to send off her first round of dispute letters. All of the dispute letters are included in our system, you guys. And I just want to put this out there. It's not even close to $39.95 like what you're going to pay for this system, okay? Typically, our system is $199. So please don't confuse low cost with little to no value. We want to bless as many people as we possibly can before the holidays to go ahead and go after your goals. Get that house, get that car, upgrade your lifestyle, do all of the things that you've been planning and you've been wanting to do. You may have been praying for a credit repair or to, finally close on a home. And then here we are coming to you with a solution, something that's working for thousands and thousands of people across the nation. It's your chance next, but it starts with you. You got to make the decision, invest in yourself, and put in the work.
Absolutely. And definitely you want to invest in yourself, because most of the time we spend a lot of money on liabilities. Our system is $39. If you know you're going to spend $39 on something that's not going to help you better your credit, increase your cash flow, make money from home, then I highly recommend. Yeah, it sounded crazy up there. Anyway. But if you know you're going to spend money on something that's not going to do those things, then strongly consider investing your money in something that will. That way, when you spend $39 or $40 elsewhere, you feel good that you at least invested in yourself. I know I do. When I spend money on frivolous things, or we go do certain things that's not necessarily an asset, I always can lean back and say, you know what? I'm glad I invested this month. I'm glad I invested this week. I'm glad I invested today. So that's always a great feeling. So before you spend money on other things, make sure you invest in yourself and get access to a system that can help you better your cash flow, your credit, the whole 9 yards. All right, this testimony comes from a queen by the name of Sabrina. Sabrina said this. Sabrina said, "Since applying the steps in the system, my husband's credit score has increased from the low 500s to 640. As a result, he was able to secure a mortgage loan after being long-term renters. We are officially home owners. Now it's time for me to work on increasing my credit score so that we have more buying power to accomplish further goals." So this is the thing. She tried the system out on her husband first. Took her husband's score from the low 500s to the 640. Now, she could have took it way higher. Don't get me wrong, but that was enough of what she wanted to do in order to get them to secure the mortgage loan. They got the mortgage loan secured, and then they went from long-term renters to home owners. Why is that important? Because now she realizes the power in the system. Now she realizes that, okay, if I can help my husband better his credit, then by all means, I know I can better mine. And once I better mine, we'll have more buying power. Once we have more buying power, we'll be able to accomplish additional goals. See, this is the gift that keeps on giving. You got to understand that when you decide to level up in the area of finances. When you decide to level up in the area of bettering your credit, somebody else is going to benefit. You will benefit, obviously, but you got to think about who else around you is going to benefit. For some people, we hear that they're able to benefit their kids. For others, they're able to benefit their spouse. For others, they're able to benefit friends and family. But the fact of the matter is, you're making a decision that's more than just about you. So think bigger than just you, because you will light the flame for someone else. You will be the person that possibly inspires them to level up their credit and cash flow, or at least level up their financial literacy. But if you don't do it, then you could have been the seed that would have led them to succeed. But the fact that you didn't, they never got exposed to it, and they probably wouldn't. So what you got to understand is you're deciding for more than just yourself, because you got to understand the power of the system is basically to put you in a position of power. We do not like to see people being taken advantage of. And all across the internet, it's a ton of people being lied to, taken advantage of, mistreated, misused, abused in the area of financial literacy. A lot of people are getting a lot of bad advice. We want to put you in a position of power, so at least you can do it for yourself and better your own credit and cash flow. But bare minimum, put you in a position to where you know when you've been lied to, you know when you're being bamboozled, you know when somebody doesn't have your best interest at heart, and it'll be clear as day. You'll know, because you'll know everything that it takes in order to have a solid, quality credit score. And that's what we're here to do. So it's bigger than just us, and it's bigger than just you. It's all about the individuals who you can also impact to level up and better their credit and cash flow as well. Now, I want to go into another testimony. And this testimony, it always excites me because it applies to a lot of different people. It comes from a king by the name of Andre. Andre, this is what he had to say. He said, after being laid off 5 times, I think it's above the wash and dry, it's up high. I can go get it after this testimony. After being laid off 5 times with a computer science degree. Why is that important? Because a lot of people have degrees, but it's not a guarantee that their job is going to keep you around just because you got a degree. So after being laid off 5 times with a computer science degree, my good credit went to bad credit. He said, I joined, got access to the system 5 years ago with no job. So here he is, in between jobs, didn't have a job, still made the investment in himself to get started. He says, so I got started with no job, and I started learning and applying the income shifting strategies, which include the credit system. He said, I have been debt-free now for a few years, and I have cash flow over $250,000 in 5 years. So that's an average of $50,000 per year, because he cash flow over $250,000. What if he would have said no? Like, nah, I don't want to better my credit. I'd rather not do it. I'll push it off. What if he would have said no? Not only would he have neglected a system that can help him better his credit, he would have left $250,000 on the table over the course of 5 years. So our system helps you increase your credit, yes. But we also show you how you may be leaving money on the table. So we help you increase your cash flow as well. For him, it was $250,000 over the course of 5 years. What did that do for him? He said, my credit scores are below. So not only did he get an extra cash flow of $250,000, his score went up to 792 and 802. If you know you can personally benefit from an 802 credit score, just type 802 in the comments, because that's what he was able to do, an 802. And he said that his good credit went to bad credit because he got laid off, but our system helped his bad credit go to excellent credit, because once your credit is 780 plus, it's showing excellent at the bottom, and that's exactly what his scores are showing, all from the use of our simple system.
Yes, absolutely. So the next testimony, you guys, comes from two queens that got started with us using their system. They were best friends. So we got one of them started, and then she put her best friend on. So guys, I want you to really think about who else could benefit from you making the decision to improve your finances, to making the decision to fix your credit. Because typically what happens is when you start seeing success, when you're excited about something, when you're getting results, you're going to want to, tell other people about it. You're going to want to share it with your loved ones, your family, your friends, the people that you know, the people in your circle. And that's exactly what she did. So she said, hey, bestie, guess what? My personal loan is officially paid off. And I paid it off exactly 1 year earlier than it was due to be paid in full, thanks to my econ and educating myself to become smarter about my coins. Next is my Bank of America credit card. I'm grateful for the strategies I've been learning through my econ. I cannot wait until I am debt free. All right. And her friend just said, yes, you go, girl. I'm so happy that you are staying on course and implementing the strategies. Where would we have been if we did not stumble upon Mr. and Mrs. Smith talking about my econ? So it was literally a conversation between both of them where she was just sharing her success with her friends using this system, y'all. We have a system that is so easy. Everything is step by step. Literally, if you can watch a video, if you can read, if you can print, you can be successful with this system, especially as it pertains to raising your credit score. So let's keep going. I want to show you a testimony from Queen and Catherine. Catherine increased her credit score by 100 points, removed medical collections from her credit report, and guess what? She even removed her student loans utilizing our dispute letters and what we have, guys. So you have to understand that this system is legit. So many people are seeing success. We can go on and on and on. Some of y'all have been on our lives. There has been times where we accidentally went live for a full 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And even during that time, we weren't able to go through all of the testimonies because it's that many. That many people are seeing results, y'all. We're talking about tens of thousands of people seeing results from this system. All right. Let's keep going. And if at any point you want to see this system, you want to see how we're changing so many lives, just drop it in the comments. Show me the system. All right. If you drop that in the comments, I will actually show you not only what the system looks like and what you will get access to, but I'll show you how you can access the system as well. All right, the next testimony is from Gerard. There we go. Here is Gerard. All right, now Gerard was able to raise his credit score by over 100 points and remove 3 collections from his credit report. And he was able to do that in less than 30 days. Less than 30 days, guys. I want you to really think about that. How would that make you feel? We have less than 60 days left in the year, okay? Less than 60 days. And how would it make you feel for your credit score to be up 100 points? I just read a testimony, a queen who was able to raise her score 160 points in less than 90 days. How would it make you feel if over the next 60 days, guys, you were able to raise your score by 100, 150, 200 points? Those are the results that people are getting. So let's get into it, all right? So the very first thing is, because you're on our live, you will see our picture somewhere at the top. Click on our picture and it's going to bring you here to our TikTok page. This area is considered to be our bio. And the only thing that you are going to see in bold is our link. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. When you click the link in our bio, you're going to go to the very first option that says Financial Success Membership. And then you can't miss this big old green button that says click here to get started. This is going to take you directly to the application, which literally takes you about 2 minutes to fill out. You are going to initial next to the discounted membership, guys. We already have it marked down. It is only $39.95, typically $199. But again, we wanted to bless as many people as we possibly can, y'all. This is a limited deal. Don't ask me when the promotion is over, because it's actually a limited amount of spots. You just want to make sure you grab yours, all right? Initial there. And now let me show you everything that you are going to get access to once you grab your membership. And I challenge you, if this is something that you've been looking for, you've been praying for, you've been trying to manifest, you know credit repair is at the top of your list, I challenge you to get started on this live so that we can celebrate you. Then we're going to get you working. We're going to add you to our private Facebook groups, add you to our private messenger group, as well as give you our direct contact information. All right. Here is what you will get access to. All right. On your confirmation screen, you will receive your own website, username, and password. All right. When you log in, your website, yes, your website is going to look exactly like this. You are going to click on income shifting membership. And this is everything that's included in the membership. Give yourself a pay raise on your job by correcting your W-4. Debt elimination tools, investment education, the cash flow manager, which is the money management and record keeping software. And then there is the My Credit system. This is the do-it-yourself credit system that we're talking about. Once you get access to this, this is what it looks like. As you can see, all of your modules are in order from 1 through 8. These are in the exact order that you need to watch them. This system is going to teach you everything from beginning to end about credit. Literally, how to pull your credit report, how to read your credit report, how to lower credit utilization, payment history, how to dispute negative items. Everything is included in this system. Module number 4, okay, talks about how to remove negative items from your credit report. All of the modules are set up this way. A video on the top, and underneath it are all of your downloads. Okay, these are your dispute letters. I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm even going to show you what the dispute letters look like. Guys, as you can see, the letters are already typed up for you. All you're doing is swapping out the information in red. This is literally the simplest, easiest system that you are going to find. You're just swapping out the info in red. Here's where you're going to dispute the items that you're, disputing on your credit report. Print your name, signature here. You want to print it, make a copy for your records, and mail it to the credit bureaus. Guys, how simple is that system? Now, I'm going to just try it.
Yeah.
See? No?
That
Lost calls?
Yes. Yeah.
It
So
might?
I just told them to listen. I put a couple people hopped on. I just told them to listen instead.
So, guys, it's all included in this one system. Literally everything that you need. So if you have any questions whatsoever, go ahead and drop them below. Put them in the chat. If you have any credit questions, drop them below, and we are happy to help.
Absolutely. You got to understand, this is the same system that took Bunny from being homeless to homeowner, which allowed her score to go from the 500s to the 800s ultimately. The same system that allowed Ray to go from 700 to 820. Same system that allowed Andre to take his bad credit to excellent credit after being laid off at his job 5 different times, despite the fact that he had a computer science degree. So our system is second to none in the area of helping people get from where they are to where they want to go in the area of credit and cash flow. This testimony right here comes from a brother by the name of Will. Will said, look, when I started, my score was a 519. Now it's a 708. It's increased 189 points. If you know you can personally benefit from a 189 point increase, grab the system before the price increase, because when it goes up, it'll still be worth it. But if you can get it for $39, we highly recommend it. Grab it, come back here and say, hey, I'm in. I got access, because that's the same system we'll use to take his score up over 189 points. Then he said this. He said, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm most certainly headed in the right direction. You better believe it. If you increase your score by 189 points using a step-by-step process, you better believe you are heading in the right direction. This testimony comes from Isaiah. Isaiah said, look, I was at a 495 before joining and getting access to the system. My score is still going up. Thank you so much. He increased his score by 182 points. So he was in the 4s, but he took it to a 695, borderline 700 club using our system.
Yes.
So this is not a one-off, like only a couple of people are able to benefit. No, we got tons of testimonies of people who were in the low area in their score, but took it to a high area. Because they followed the instructions using our system.
Yes. So guys, here's the next testimony. This testimony is from a king named Kelsey. Look at the smile, guys. And as you can see, he's holding a letter. All right. So let's read this testimony. Kelsey says, This do-it-yourself credit repair system works. I followed the training videos, sent the letters to the 3 credit bureaus, and just got back all of my investigation results. And bam, a $6,000 account deleted. Can you say credit score increase? Whoop, whoop. See, look, how would that make you feel, guys? You know, if credit is one of your goals, if your credit begins with a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, or even a 7, how would it make you feel for your score to jump 100 points, 200 points, 300 points over the next 3 to 6 months? And think about being able to do that yourself, learning the ins and out of how credit works, having everything that you literally need from the training videos, teaching you bite-sized pieces of information at a time, all of the dispute letters to remove medical collections, to remove inquiries, all types of things from your credit report, to learn how utilization works. See, if you're working with somebody currently, or you've been seeing people promote credit repair, and all they talk about is removing things from your credit report, you may want to run, because it's so much bigger than that, guys. Removing things can only help you in maybe one area. There's 5 factors that make up your score. So you can remove things, but what are you going to do about these other 4? You have to learn how all 5 factors work in order to get maximum results. And that's what our system is teaching you.
100%. This testimony right here comes from Bunny. I know you might have heard us drop her name a couple of times, but this is the queen who was able to go from homeless to homeowner. Think about that for a second. A person who was able to go from homeless to homeowner using something that we're giving away for $39. Like, literally, think about that. The fact that she was able to go from homeless to homeowner. You may not be homeless, but it should be able to take you from where you are to wherever you're trying to go. And we're making it available for $39. Easily could be $1,000. But anyway, she was able to go from homeless to homeowner after getting out of a bad relationship, living in a car with her kids, feeling like she didn't deserve to be a mother, feeling like a complete failure. She got introduced to the same system, but instead of her pushing it off and procrastinating, because you got to understand, tomorrow becomes never if you don't actually take action. What if she would have said no to the system? Instead, she said, no, I'm homeless. Instead of her saying, I'm homeless, I can't do this, she said, I'm homeless, I must do this. I must look into something that can help me. So the first strategy taught her how to bring in an extra $600. She had a job, but she was bringing an extra $600 per month. She started applying the system, and this is what happened. In less than 4 months, she had removed $200,000 in collections. So a lot of people ask, how long does it take? It depends on your scenario. But in less than 4 months, she was able to remove $200,000 in collections. Here's the breakdown of that, just so you don't think we're fabricating numbers. She said, look, I've been able to remove $67,000 in student loans, $100,000 in medical collections, and 31 other items from my credit report in 4 months. My credit was a 524, and it is now a 777. And we know that her score is now like over 830. So what you got to understand is that the simplistic system that we have, it's inexpensive. We're making it available to you, and all you got to do is get enrolled, and it takes 3 minutes for you to get enrolled. For you, that might sound too good to be true, or too easy, or too simple. You want to jump through hoops in order to better your credit. Well, we're like, listen, all you got to do is XYZ. I was talking to a queen, and she was talking about, I've been working on my credit, and she was talking earlier as if she had it all together. But then she said, I've been working on it, for 2 years. And then I'm like, okay, what have you been doing? She was focusing on one thing as it relates to credit. I'm like, if you feel like, if you're comfortable with that process, cool. But our system helps you because we don't focus on just one thing. So you got to understand, you don't have to jump through hoops in order to get a great credit score. Now, it might take some time to build it, but our system at least guides you through the process. And who knows, you might be able to accomplish this. What she was able to accomplish in a matter of months. She went from a 524, which is listed as a poor credit score, to a 777, which is borderline excellent. It's like very good on the spectrum. So you got to understand the power in that. Bunny was able to do that, took herself from homeless to homeowner using that process that I just laid out. And then she went on to quit her job and do this full time by sharing the business and the ability that people can have in bettering their credit with other people. And because she does that, our system pays her every week and residually just to do that.
Yes, absolutely. This next testimony actually comes from my own sister. All right. She said, before my econ, I was a single mother of two, struggling, barely making it. Since joining, I cash flow $400 a month, paying off almost $10,000 in debt within 1 year. Credit score went from a 430 to a 700 plus. I started investing more of my money, watching my money work for me. No sales, just strategies that are proven to work. So you guys think about it. Who all will benefit from you making the decision to level up? From you saying, the time is now for me to get a better understanding of money and to get my credit on track. Who would benefit? See, for me, because I made that decision, my sister was able to benefit. Now, see, my sister, I promise y'all, I'm not telling her business. She's come on our lives plenty of times before sharing her testimony, but there's some things that she left off of this testimony, all right? She was a single mom of two. She was leaving a bad relationship, actually going through a divorce. She moved from where we are currently in Arkansas to Indiana, where we had another sibling. Guys, no job, struggling single mom in her 20s, broke. Literally, she had $0 to her name. But because I had made the decision years prior to get started with this system, I had a solution for her. I presented this to her. And mind you, she could have easily said, you know that I'm going through a divorce. You know that now I'm a single mom with these kids. I can't do that. I can't afford that right now. Instead, she switched her way of thinking. I'm a single mom now. I'm going through a divorce. I need this to turn this situation around. She could have easily said, I'm not working. I don't have any money, right? I don't have a job. I don't have a place to stay. I can't do this. Let me wait until all of my ducks are in a row first, right? Wait on the perfect time. No such thing. Instead, she said, wait, I'm broke. I have two kids. I don't have a place to stay. I'm not working. All of those are reasons why I need to do something different. And she did, y'all. She didn't even have the money to get started. She borrowed the money. That's a person who's hungry. That's a person who's truly serious about changing their situation. So many times we pray, I wish I had this, right? Praying for a house, praying for better credit, praying for a debt elimination solution, praying for more money. But as soon as the opportunity presents itself, then we get scared. Then we get skeptical. Then all of our fears come out, right? Then we have every excuse in the book. Our light went out. We have every excuse in the book on why we can't get started, when you really need to take a step back and realize your current situation are the reasons why you should get started. Luckily, she understood that. Everything that people would typically say they're going through and stop them from moving forward, she used those all as reasons why she had to do it. And look at what she was able to accomplish. Once she started working, she applied the W-4 pay raise strategy, giving herself an additional $400 a month coming into her household. She paid off $10,000 worth of debt in 1 year. Her credit score went from a 430 to a 700 plus. All because I made the decision. I was utilizing this system, and I put her on when she was going through a difficult time. It's been over 5 years now, guys. She's doing amazing. She's now fully self-employed. She was able to quit her job. She's still running this business full time. You may have seen her on TikTok or on Facebook Reels. I'll just say that. But she's very passionate as well about this system because of the way it was able to turn her situation completely around. And so many people nationwide, turn this light on too, right? And so many people nationwide have success stories like this one, even bigger than this one. So, guys, are you ready to see the system? I need y'all to do me a favor. Double tap the screen for me. Just double tap. That gives us likes. That notifies other people on TikTok that we are live. And I am going to show you exactly what the system looks like and how you can get access to it. But you got to interact, y'all. If you want to see it, just double tap the screen for me. Let's get some likes flowing in. Let's get some interaction. If you're just now hopping on, also drop your city and state. Let us know where you are tuning in from because we love to see how far this video is reaching. All right, so let's get into it. I appreciate the likes. All right. So once you click on our picture, okay, it is going to bring you to our TikTok page. This area is considered to be our bio. You are going to click the link in the bio. All right. Once you click that link, it is the very first option. The very first option says financial success membership. And then you'll see a big green button that says click here to get started. From there, you are going to fill out the application. This application takes about 2 minutes, guys. You're going to initial next to the second membership option, and you'll see where it's already been discounted for you. You have to go through the application process in order to get access to the credit system and everything that I'm about to show you next, okay? You will receive your own website. It is going to look exactly like what you're seeing on my screen right now. If you click on Income Shifting Membership, this shows you everything that's included in the membership. Give yourself a pay raise on your dot by correcting your W-4. Debt elimination tools. Investment education. This is the Cash Flow Manager, which is the money making or money management and record keeping software. And then there is the My Credit System. We are going to open up the My Credit System and you will see how simple this system is. Check this out, guys. All of the modules are already numbered from 1 through 8. It's walking you step by step through everything that you need to know about repairing your own credit. Look at some of the titles here. Obtain your credit report and credit scores, how to read your credit report, how to dispute items, how to lower credit utilization, how to build credit, how to check disputes. All of that is included in the system. We are going to go to number 4. Number 4 actually talks about disputing things on your credit report, removing negative items. All of the modules are set up to where there is a short video on the top. This video is only 6 minutes long, and underneath it are all of your downloads. These are your dispute letters. These are your dispute letters, guys. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm even going to open up the dispute letter and give you guys an exclusive. Check this out. The letters are already fully typed up for you. All you have to do is fill out the information in red. Here's where you're going to put the items that you're disputing. Print your name, signature here. You're going to print this off. You're going to mail it to the credit bureaus. And guys, watch your scores go up. How simple is that system? Swapping out the information in red. All of the work has been done for you guys. We know the exact verbiage that the credit bureaus are looking for in order to get things removed from your credit report. This is the same system that allowed Bonnie to remove over $200,000 worth of collections from her credit report.
Same exact system that allowed Andre to be pulled away from 5 jobs that took his credit from good to bad, but our system took his credit from bad to excellent. The same exact system that allowed Gerard to remove a couple of collections off of his report in his less than 30 days. The same system that took Raymond from 700 to 820. The same exact system that allowed several people all across the nation to escalate their credit to the next level. In this testimony I'm about to share, is a little bit different, but no different after the queen says what she has to say.
Yes, and so keep in mind, guys, to gain access, you are going to tap our picture, then click the link in the bio. When you click that link, it is the very first option. Guys, what we are going to do is we're going to celebrate you here on this live, on all of our social media channels. On top of that, we are going to add you to our private Facebook groups. We're going to add you to our private messenger group. You will receive a personal text message from us welcoming you to the team. So you are going to have plenty of support. You're going to hear other people sharing their testimonies, their success stories. You can ask questions anytime you want in these private groups, and we'll be there to support you. So it's not the type of thing where we will get you started and you'll never hear from us again. You're actually joining a community of people nationwide who are utilizing this system and seeing results. So when you fill out the application, come back here on this live and just say, I'm in. As soon as I receive the notification, we'll start the process of getting you added to our private groups.
Absolutely. I celebrate you in advance because that's what it's all about. Sometimes it's just about taking the first step. Once you take the first step, then you feel confident that you at least did something. See, a lot of times people don't gain confidence or even create momentum because they never get started. They procrastinate and tomorrow becomes never, but they never got started, so they don't feel the feeling that comes along with taking the first step. So we salute you and celebrate you in advance. Once you take the first step, come here and say I'm in, and we're going to show tons of love. And then we're really going to show you love as you start getting your own results. That being said, let's talk about this testimony. It comes from a queen by the name of Felicia. She said, look, another deposit is about to hit my back office tomorrow. $500+ every Friday. She said, I can't believe I made $3,300 in 1 month. And this was just the past September. From repairing my credit and teaching others how to do the same. You see, how cool is it to be able to be better in your own credit, but you had an option to get paid if you share with other people who want to benefit from it? How cool is it for you to be learning everything there is to know about credit, getting things deleted, but you had an option to share with somebody and now you're able to earn upfront and residual income from it? It has to be a great feeling. This is what she went on to say. She said, this is extra income for me. She said, I've only been with the system for 1 month and she made $3,300 in 1 month. She said, this has been a true blessing. I'm no one special. I'm just a single mom. Here it is. She's talking about how I'm no one special. She's just a single mom, but yet and still she was able to better her own credit and share it with somebody else. See, she didn't hoard on to the information. She started the process and started letting people know what it is that she was doing. And after she let people know what it is she was doing, she showed them how they can do it for themselves. That's empowerment on 1,000, and that's what we love. I appreciate the love that's going on right there.
Yes, Missy, thank you so much for all of the likes and the gifts. We appreciate it. All right, guys, if you're just now hopping on, because I see quite a few new faces, let us know where you are tuning in from. Drop your city, drop your state. If you have any personal credit questions, drop them below. We won't be live that much longer, so make sure you drop them below. We're also reading testimonies of people who are utilizing our do-it-yourself system and seeing amazing results. We currently have a special on that right now, typically $199. It is only $39.95. $39.95, all dispute letters included, video tutorials walking you step by step. We have a private Facebook group, private messenger groups. We literally have all of the support, the tools, the softwares, the strategies that you need to get your credit score in the 800s. Plenty of testimonies nationwide, so you do not want to miss out on that opportunity. Let me silence my phone, y'all.
Got that action.
A lot of messages coming through, y'all. A lot of people trying to take advantage of this offer. Shelly says she is in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yes, welcome, Queen. We are in North Little Rock.
Spa City. What
Absolutely.
We were just talking about Hot Springs.
We were just talking about Hot Springs just yesterday. All right, y'all. So the next testimony comes from Don. This is what Don said. Because of my econ, we were able to bring $12,000 per year back into our household. With that, we paid off all of our credit cards and my wife's student loans. In addition, I also paid off her Lexus within 1 year and 2 months. Furthermore, I went to the Lexus dealership and paid cash for mine. We now have cash flowed $500,000 and still growing. So grateful to have access to this system. Guys, let's go ahead and break this testimony down. They were able to bring $12,000 per year back into our household. They utilized our W-4 strategy, where you can give yourself a pay raise on your job. And they also made the decision that they wanted to make money with this opportunity. They didn't just want to improve their finances and fix their credit. They wanted to bless other people. So with making that decision, that makes them a home-based business owner. Home-based business owners qualify for hundreds of tax breaks. So utilizing those two strategies, which you'll learn once you get your access, once you join our community, you'll have access to all of the trainings. You'll learn how he was able to bring that $12,000 back into his household. On top of that, paid off all credit cards and his wife's student loans. See, we have even testimonies of people utilizing our do-it-yourself credit system and removing their student loans. But that isn't everybody's scenario. If you're already paying on your student loans, you've already have that agreement set up, and you just need a strategy to pay them off sooner, this system can help. Not only that, he paid off his wife's Lexus within 1 year and 2 months. Then he just decided to stun on him. He went to the car dealership, he got a Lexus and paid cash. Guys, I really want y'all to just envision yourself in these testimonies when we read them. Like, how would that make you feel to be consumer debt free? Cars paid for, credit cards paid off, money flowing in, paying less in taxes, legally, making additional streams of income, and then just going and being able to purchase a vehicle that maybe you've been wanting just because you can, right? Pay for that vehicle in cash. That was what he was able to do utilizing our simple system. Guys, 85% of the work has already been done for you. All of the tools, the strategies, the resources, the softwares, everything is included in the system. And we've discounted it to pennies. So at this point, it's just going to take you putting in the work, making that investment in yourself, and really protecting your assets.
Gotta love it. This testimony gonna blow your mind. And as you listen to it, I want you to envision yourself benefiting from these things if it applies to you. This testimony comes from a queen by the name of Nicole. She said, listen, my family and I have been blessed in abundance by learning, applying, then sharing what we learned with this system. Number one, my monthly cash flow increased by $1,200. If you can benefit from a $1,200 monthly increase, just drop a $1,200 down below. And what you got to understand is that's just the first strategy. That's not even tapping into the credit. That's just showing you where you may be leaving money on the table. That's one of the things we specialize in, showing people how they are leaving cash flow on the table. For her, it was $1,200 a month. Number two, she said, I then became debt-free in less than 3 years. In less than 3 years, with that extra cash flow and the knowledge and the software and the tools that we have, she became debt-free in 3 years. Less than 3 years. So that could have been 2.5 months. 2 years and a half. Third thing she said, I'm building a world-class business that's paying me now and will pay me ongoing. The fourth one is powerful. She said, I position myself to have my job as an option in less than 8 years. So she hadn't left her job. But what she did say is my job is now an option, not an obligation. Imagine going to work and knowing that your job is an option, not an obligation. How would it feel you clock in and you know, I'm here because I want to be here, not because I have to be here. Yes. Everybody else moping, you ask them how they doing, they like, same day, same ish, different toilet, different stuff like that we used to say when I was working. Those are the type of things they'll say. But you, on the other hand, you have a different level of posture. Why? Because It's optional for you to be there. You can let them go just as quick as they can let you go. Why? Because you position yourself to be debt-free. You got extra cash flow. You got a business that you're building using this system, and it's paying you now and will pay you ongoing. And the fifth thing she said she was able to do is that I'm helping over 100 families get on the same road to financial freedom. You see, once you start the process and building the momentum of bettering your credit, bettering your cash flow, bettering your wealth and your knowledge, you don't want to keep that in. It's going to be hard to contain. So you want to share with others. And as a result, over 100 families have benefited from the fact that she said yes and took the next step. What if she wouldn't have took the next step? What if she would have hesitated? What if she would have procrastinated? But because she said yes, other people have benefited.
Right.
Hundreds of people. The same goes for us. We're not here live because we haven't helped other people. We've helped other people get on the right side of capitalism, better their credit, increase their cash flow, do great things. And it all starts with you just taking the first step. It's amazing to me that we make this available for just $39 because we know it could be worth more, but it's also makes sense to me because we know that we want to empower as many people as possible. $39 is something that people can collect all the loose change in their house and they can come up with it if necessary.
Yeah.
Or they can just say, you know what, I was going to spend this $39 on something that's not going to bring me more cash flow, better my credit, give me access to a network of people who are on the journey of being wealthy. You know what? I can afford to invest $39 in myself to that system. Let me take 3 minutes of time, click that link in the bio, click that top option, and go ahead and get enrolled and come back to this video and say I'm in. That's how we do it. We want to make it to where it's accessible to everybody who wants to participate in their own rescue.
Yes, and you know, guys, our DMs are always flooded with, people telling us how bad they want and they need this system, how bad they need credit repair, mistakes that they made in the past, or that, their family jacked up their credit. We hear some of the saddest stories in our DMs. Guys, our solution is literally right now, a message just came through. Somebody letting me know how bad their credit is and how they really need access to a system like what we offer. Did you see that come through?
That's awesome.
Literally just came through. Guys, this is the solution. Now, we do own a credit restoration company as well. So if you don't want to do it yourself from time restraints or whatever the case may be, the link in our bio, you can set up a free consultation and, we'll see what we can do for you. But this do-it-yourself system is so extremely easy. We've lowered the price from $199 to only $39. So people will tell us literally everything about their situation and how bad they need this. But we can always tell a person who's serious and a person who just told us all of that, and it doesn't hurt bad enough. Because they'll tell you, people will literally tell you all of that and won't take action. They will do absolutely nothing to aid in their rescue. So it was almost like, okay, so why we here, right? They disappear, they go ghost. As soon as you tell them an investment is required. But then we have those who are serious, right? Those, like the people that's on right now. We have those who are serious, who take action right then and there on our live after seeing exactly what the system entails, after hearing the testimonies, because they know this is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been trying to manifest. This is what I've been trying to do. It may be for months, it may be for years. Yet I kept dragging my feet. I kept coming up with excuses. Because keep in mind, the only person holding you back is you. If you make the decision that this is what you want and you invest in yourself, you can literally start changing your life. If that's what you want. If that's not what you want, then you'll do absolutely nothing and you will stay exactly where you are. All right. If you just hopped on, let us know where you're tuning in from. Drop your city, drop your state. If you did not see a walkthrough of the system, we're happy to show it to you. Just say, show me the system in the comments, and I'm more than happy to show you. This next testimony, I'll let you go ahead and read the next one.
Okay, perfect. This testimony comes from a queen by the name of Candace. This is what Candace had to say. And this is powerful because it lets you know that we help people with money or people who might be struggling a little bit, and we don't care where you are. We don't judge you based on where you are. No. We judge based on where we can help you make progress and where we can help take you. So that's the power in what we do. We judge the success based on how we're able to help other people create success. This is what Candace had to say. Candace said, listen, since I've been using the strategies and got access to the system, I've shifted an extra $300 per month back into my pocket. You see, $300, statistics say that that's enough to keep a person from filing bankruptcy. $300 extra is enough to keep a person from going into foreclosure. That's the first strategy we taught her using our system. So she shifted $300 extra per month back into her pocket. Then she said, with the extra cash, I paid off 7 credit cards. You better believe her credit score went up when she paid off those 7 credit cards. Because when you understand credit utilization, you understand the power in getting that utilization down. And in her case, she paid 7 credit cards off now that she had the extra cash flow. And she said she started her emergency fund. She said, I was also able to upgrade my lifestyle to accommodate my son with his own room. I'm super excited about my future for my personal finances. See, when I paused and she said she upgraded her lifestyle, I'm sure many people might have thought, she probably got a new car, got a new home, took a vacation. Because that's what an upgrade in lifestyle tends to mean for most people. But in her scenario, it was just her getting her son his own room. That's powerful to me because she considered that to be an upgrade in lifestyle, and it was based on where she was at. So she not only witnessed the benefit of her utilizing the credit platform and taking her credit from low to high and paying off credit cards, becoming credit card debt free. She also was able to get her son his own room, all with the use of this system.
Yeah, absolutely. The next testimony comes from Yaz. Yaz said, praise report. Because of my econ and the My Credit system, I have a 725 credit score. So my interest rate on my car is only 4%. Mind you, my previous loan interest rate was 12.5%. And I paid off an $11,000 loan early, all while going through the most challenging financial year of my life. Guys, going through the most challenging year, she came out on top. A 725 credit score, a new car with an interest rate of only 4% versus 12.5%, and paying off a loan early. Thought you said this was the toughest year. It may have started that way, but because she got access to this system, guys, you got to understand, because she got access, she just slowly started turning those things around. Credit score going up, able to get a better car, able to get the lowest interest rate possible, pay off an $11,000 loan early, all while going through a tough year. Guys, she came out on top. Do you agree? And how would it make you feel, guys? 2020 was a little tough for a lot of people. It was tough for a lot of people. A lot of people have been using this year to either catch back up or get ahead, right? So it's been pretty tough on a lot of people. But how would it make you feel to finish off November and December of 2021 on top? Higher credit score, more cash flow coming in, a debt elimination plan. All of that is included in this system. You can make money if you want, weekly income if you want. That part is optional. All by getting access to this system that we've discounted heavily to bless those who are serious about taking their situation to the next level.
Love it. This testimony is one I like to share just so you can know that we help people, who are trying to make some financial progression, but we also help people who are doing good financially, but just didn't know that they were leaving money on the table. So this testimony comes from a brother by the name of Bless. He said, look, I applied these strategies from the system into my entire life. This year so far, I've cash flowed over $250,000 in less than 6 months. Cash flowed over $250,000 in less than 6 months. You do the math on that, that's about $100,000 in less than a year, because he was able to use this system and increase his cash flow and not stop leaving that money on the table in less than 6 months. Then he said, I'm looking to close on 5 investment properties, exercising the cash, asset, cash strategy. So we showed him how he was leaving $250,000 on the table in less than 6 months. Now he's ready to implement the cash, asset, cash strategy. What is that? See, everybody listening to the sound of my voice right now is probably bringing in some form of cash. Whether you're employed, self-employed, or unemployed, you're bringing in some type of cash. What we teach is that you want to take a percentage of that and put it towards an asset. What is an asset, Mr. Smith? Well, an asset is something that's bringing you in more money, something that can make you wealthy, something that brings you in more than it costs you to get it. So he's implementing the cash asset cash strategy, which says you take some cash, no matter what you're bringing in, you put a portion of it towards an asset, and that asset will then bring you in more cash. That's the strategy he's able to implement. And this is from a person who was already doing well financially. Obviously, if you cash flowed over $250,000 in less than 6 months, it just goes to show the power in the system and the fact that if you understand a good thing, even though it may be inexpensive, like $39, if you understand a good thing, you might not want to push it off. You might not want to overlook it. You might not want to let pride or ego get in the way from keeping you from grabbing the very thing that you pray for, the very thing that you ask for. You see, it's not by accident that you're hearing my voice right now. It's not by accident. Many people have prayed or manifested or thought about something that they knew that they can use that can help them get a better understanding of financial literacy, that can help them get a better understanding of credit, that can physically and literally help you take your credit from where you are to where you wanted to go, that can help you learn investments or get access to a new circle of people who can help empower you financially. See, many people have prayed for those things, but we showed up in the form of the answer to that prayer, whether you realize it or not. But what many people don't do when they pray for something, they're good at praying for something and bringing it into their life, but not always good at grabbing it when the opportunity presents itself. So in order for you to grab it, you got to get access. In order for you to get access, you got to get started. In order for you to get started, you got to click our image, click the link in our bio, and click that very top button, because that top button is going to take you to a page that allows you to hit the green button that says get started. Once you actually get started, we'll get a notification. We'll welcome you with open arms, send you your next steps so you can take full advantage of the system, because we really just want you to get a return on your investment. It's not just about you signing up to us. I mean, that's great. You know, you signed up, cool. But we are interested in your success. We're interested in you getting a return on your investment. That's what interests us. That's what inspires us. That's what motivates us. That's what pushes us to keep doing it, because we want you to get a return on your investment. That's it. Let's go. This testimony comes from Nick. Nick said, look, I haven't even been in the system for a year, and I have eliminated $5,000 in debt, cash flowed about $8,500, and I've opened up an investment account. Oh, yeah, and I lowered my tax liability by about $15,000. I'm going to unpack it, but I'm going to keep it brief. He eliminated $5,000 in debt because he had the extra cash flow to do so. He had cash flow $8,500, and he said he opened up an investment account. But then icing on his cake was when he said, I've lowered my taxable income by about $15,000. That's $15,000, a percentage of that less than what he had to pay in taxes. Why is that important? Because some people might be looking at that like that's criminal. Or some people might look at it like, that don't make sense to do it. They may not get it, because a lot of times when you hear that somebody paid little to no taxes, you demonize them and look down on them, not knowing that they're benefiting from the same laws that you have access to. So we teach what's available to the public in a way that's digestible so people can understand what they need to do in order to increase their cash flow. One of the cash flow areas you want to make sure you're paying attention to is taxes. Taxes is typically your biggest bill. It's not your mortgage, it's not your auto loan, it's taxes. So if you can figure out the way to legally minimize those taxes, guess what happens? Now you have more money that can go towards debt elimination, they can go towards saving, they can go towards building wealth via investing.
Yes. All right, guys. So I want to show y'all the system. I'm going to go ahead and get that pulled up. I need y'all to do me a favor if you've been hanging out. I see some of the women up here, some of the queens. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and double tap the screen. Just double tap the screen. Let me know that you're tuned in. You're ready to see the system. I want to just see, honestly, who's bold enough, who's going to put their fears aside, who's going to invest in themselves, bet on themselves, who's going to really challenge themselves to win, to elevate by the end of 2021 by getting access to this system. Keep in mind, the only person holding you back is you. If you really wanted to fix your credit, you would. If you really wanted that house, that vehicle, that new lifestyle, you'll get it. You'll work for it. You'll get it. If you really wanted to get out of debt, to get a better understanding of credit, a better understanding of money, you'll do it. It's just a matter of making a decision, then putting the action behind it, investing in yourself, not looking for a handout, literally willing to roll up your sleeves, get a little dirty to learn it, to understand it, to then pass down that knowledge to the generations behind you. So it's a matter of you and you. You can either elevate or you can stay exactly where you are. That choice, that decision is all on you. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's holding you back. The only person doing that is you. All right. So with that being said, let me show you the system. All right. Very first thing you're going to do is click our picture. It is somewhere at the top of your screen because you're on our live. This area is considered to be our bio, and you will see a link in the bio. When you click that link, the very first option says Financial Success Membership, and there's a big green button, you cannot miss it, that says click here to get started. It then brings you directly to the application. This application takes you maybe 2 minutes to fill out. This second membership option you'll see is already marked down to $39.95. You are just going to initial next to the income shifting membership. Finish the application. The next page is your payment option. And what you are going to get access to is what I'm going to show you next. So you got to go through the application first, guys, in order to get access to everything that I'm about to show you. Here is what you are going to get. All right. You will receive your own website, username, and password upon enrolling. As soon as you enroll, we'll receive a notification. We can welcome you to the team. We'll celebrate you on this live and in all of our private Facebook groups. We'll get you added to those where you have that additional support. You are going to click on Income Shifting Membership. This is everything that you get in the membership. The giving yourself a pay raise by correcting your W-4, debt elimination tools, investment education. This is a money management and record-keeping software called the Cash Flow Manager. And then there is the My Credit System. So let's open up the My Credit System since we're talking about credit today. You'll see 8 modules, guys. They're all numbered and categorized in the order in which you need to watch them. This system is going to teach you everything that there is to know about credit and how to get the most, the highest possible score out there, okay? We have people left and right entering the 800 Credit Club, including myself, including my husband. We both entered the 800 Credit Club, all right? Number 4 talks about how to remove negative items from your credit report. All of our modules are set up like this. There's a short video on the top, and underneath it are your downloads, okay? These are your dispute letters, and you'll see where you can remove medical collections, inquiries, everything you can think of, late payments. So I'm just going to open up the dispute letters. Now, typically, we don't do this because this is the real deal exclusive. Typically people will have to see what it looks like after they make the payment, but we want to be very transparent and show you exactly what you're going to get. So check it out. The letters are already typed up for you. All you're doing is swapping out the information in red. Guys, we know exactly what to say to the credit bureaus in order to get things removed from your credit report. Print your name here, signature. Name there again, print it off, make a copy for your records, and mail it to the credit bureaus. The easiest system that you are going to find. Again, do me a favor, guys, if you just saw that walkthrough, if this makes complete sense, if this is not a system that if this is a system that you feel like you can use easily, it's user-friendly, it's going to take you further, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen and then click that link in the bio. Guys, the testimonies are insane from this system. You got to understand that this is, thank you, Shelly, this is the exact same system that allowed Bonnie to remove over $200,000 in collections from her credit report.
The same exact system that allowed Felicia to make $3,300 at the same time while she was bettering her credit. She was earning as she was learning. The same exact system that allowed Ray to go from 700 to 820. The same exact system that allowed Andre, after getting fired for 5 jobs, he was able to take his bad credit to excellent credit and had a 792 and an 802. The same system that allowed Candace to pay off 7 credit cards after giving herself a pay raise of $300 and then upgrade her lifestyle by giving her son his own room. The system is powerful.
All right, so let's give it up. I do see a queen that took advantage. Shelly. Now, I don't know if you wanted me to say your real name on here, so I'll just say your username. So Shelly Williams, I just started following you. We are going to send you your next steps so that you can get started in this system. Y'all, do me a favor. Double tap the screen. Give it up for Shelly. I'm going to double tap the screen and send you some likes, even though this is our live. You guys, because we got to get good at celebrating other people. She took a chance on herself, okay? Took a chance on herself, and literally she got started with this system after seeing the testimonies, after seeing the insider, after seeing everything that comes with this system. So Shelly, go ahead and get logged in to your website. All right, go ahead and change your password and you will see this exact screen that I just showed you. All right. And let the people know if we capping. All right. If this ain't legit, if this is not what you see on your screen, drop in the comments. Y'all, they lying. Say it's not true. It's not true. No, I'm just joking. But then you're going to get access to everything that I just showed on the screen. You can access to my credit system. We're going to get you added to all of our private groups. So watch out for a welcome message from us. You'll be getting that shortly.
Absolutely. And you got to celebrate when somebody decides to take the next step to better themselves, to take the next step to start making progress. Why? Because you never know when it's your turn to walk across the stage. And honestly, somebody like a Shelly should inspire you. The fact that she was like, you know what, it's Friday. I know I'm going to probably spend some money elsewhere. Let me invest it into myself so I can get a return on my investment. Now, I bet you if she spends a dime on something that does not necessarily help her better her credit, she's still going to have that peace knowing that, you know what, I invested in myself earlier today, so I know I'm going to be able to elevate my credit, elevate my cash flow, elevate my financial literacy, because she already did something she was supposed to do. She already did something that was a priority to her. She already did something that was very responsible with her money. So you got to understand the level of awareness she's going to have and confidence she's going to have, knowing that she at least invested a percentage of her cash flow into herself. So we salute Shelly, and we hope that somebody like Shelly inspires you to do the same thing, take action and say, I'm in. And then it's going to be on us to help you get a return on your investment. You can take it out. To help you get a return on your investment, because we want you to get some success similar to what other people are able to get. That being said, this testimony comes from a queen by the name of Anissa. Anissa said, look, as a 23-year-old, she got access to the system and she said it was a no-brainer. So when she gave this testimony, it was 2 years later. She said, I'm 25 years old now, single, no kids, no fancy degrees, no titles. Why is that important? Because we don't care if you got a degree, if you got this fancy title, none of that matters. We just want to know, do you have a problem in the area of personal finances, credit, cash flow, debt that you need solved? If so, our system can help. Period, point blank. So she understood that. She said, I eliminated over $15,000 in debt, got $5,000 in my emergency fund, and I invested the rest. I cash flow over $60,000 in less than 2 years. And she was just showing one of her investment accounts. But I want you to do the math on that. $60,000 in additional cash flow in less than 2 years equates to $30,000 per year. Why is that important? Because some people won't get access to the system because they feel like $39 is a bill. They're like, I don't need any other monthly bills. I'm not going to invest in myself. I got enough bills. I pay for Netflix. I pay for Hulu. I pay for this, that, these, and those. But none of those are bringing you a high credit score, more cash flow, debt elimination, investment knowledge. None of those are doing that. However, by thinking it's a bill and you trying to save $39, this queen would have left $60,000 on the table in the course of 2 years. And we don't want that to be the outcome for anybody. So it's not like it's a pressure thing. It's just that we know for certain that it's probably some money you're leaving on the table. And if so, then you need to implement what we teach so you can get that money that can go towards your wealth. Because if not, you're building somebody else's wealth. You're making somebody else wealthy. You're making somebody else filthy rich because you're an asset to them and a liability to yourself. She then went on to say, look, I just want to encourage someone out there who feels defeated. There's help out there, and you do not have to do this alone. Then she said this, and I felt it when she said it. She said, nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. So here it is. You attracted us in some way, shape, form, fashion to pull up on your screen at this time. But if you miss out this opportunity, it's going to be expensive. Either A, because the price increases and it goes back to the normal price, or B, you leave $60,000 on the table. Either way, a missed opportunity is very expensive. Then she concluded with, there is no feeling like being debt-free. It's a powerful reality to live in. I owe no man nothing but love. That's her testimony.
Crazy. Guys, here's the next testimony. This testimony comes from Sabrina, and we won't be on here much longer, guys. This is what Sabrina had to say. Sabrina says, since applying the steps in the My Credit system, my husband's credit score has increased from the low 500s to 640. As a result, he was able to secure a mortgage loan. After being long-term renters, we officially became homeowners. Now it's time for me to work on increasing my credit score so that we have more buying power to be able to achieve additional goals. Guys, it goes back to what I briefly discussed earlier. Think about who all will benefit from you making the decision to improve your finances, fix your credit. See, for her, and I love it when the queens get started, because when the queens get started, they put their men on, right? They put them on.
That's right.
First thing she did was raise her husband's credit score so that they can buy a house. Then she decided to work on hers after they secured their mortgage loan. It's always bigger than you. You got to keep that in mind. Yes, you're the one making the decision. Yes, you're doing it for you. But as you're going through this, guys, don't sleep on the people in your circle, your loved ones, the people who may also be wanting something similar. They're trying to also buy a home, right? Y'all have maybe even talked about it. Now you can let them know, hey, I think I found that solution. I think I know what's going to get us in that house, right? Now you can reach out to them with a genuine heart and opportunity for them to elevate. That's what I did for my sister. That's what I did for many family members of mine. And they are grateful that they got access to this system because their credit is in a different place. Their mentality is in a different place. Their money altogether, their debt is in totally different places. And they're thinking so differently because they took action.
Look, this system this testimony right here comes from a brother by the name of Mark. King Mark said, look, I said I was shooting for an 800 plus, but for some reason, I'm still not satisfied yet. But what I am 100% thrilled about is the results from this strategy and the system. I love this program. 825, I'm coming for you. Now, if you can see his score, it's an 802 with TransUnion and an Equifax score of 806. He said he was shooting for 800 plus. He nailed it. But he said, for some reason, I'm still not satisfied. You ever hit a goal and it came to you so easy, you was like, that's it. He wasn't satisfied because our system made it so simple. It's not our fault that the system works and the system got him to where he was trying to go. And it just happened so easily to the point where you're like, look, I'm not satisfied, but I'm confident that I can get to 825. So he said, 825, I'm coming for you. That's the power of our system. Got him an 802 and an 806. All from the step-by-step system that we give them. And he realized that 800 was easy. So why stop there? I'm going for 825. This next testimony comes from Shonda. This is what Shonda had to say. Shonda said, look, let me add one more because she had already shared a credit testimony. She said, look, since getting access to the system, I paid off over $6,000 in credit card bills and loans. Increase my emergency fund, which is now over $3,000. So we're sitting at $9,000 in cash flow of things that she was able to do. I bought my daughter a car in cash for $2,800, and I took my babies to Disney. She said the best part is I only paid $97 in taxes. $97 in taxes legally. Because what you got to understand is if you want to get wealthy, you have to figure out a way to gain control of your taxes. Otherwise, you're going to be working for someone else for the rest of your life. And I don't mean working for someone else from the standpoint of having a job. That's not a bad thing. You want to leverage your job and leverage a system like this to make sure your job positions you to get wealthy. You can get rich and wealthy at your job, but not with your job alone. You got to have your job plus a strategy that can show you how to, take the money that you're leaving on the table and multiply. And yes, you can get wealthy on your job. So don't let anyone tell you that with a strategy you can. But you must understand how to minimize your taxes legally, ethically, and morally. The laws are in place that help you understand that there are ways to lower your tax liability. So her only paying $97 in taxes is part of what allowed her to eliminate that debt. Part of what allowed her to have that emergency fund. A part of what allowed her to buy her daughter a car for cash, $2,800. Part of what allowed her to take her babies to Disney. It's a powerful flow. We call that income shifting. You're shifting your money from people who were eating off of you, meaning getting wealthy off of you, and you're shifting it back into your household so you can get wealthy off of you. Who's the best person to get wealthy off of you? You and your family. But right now, we got entities that are pretty much getting wealthy off of us. The banks make money off of you having a low credit score. They make the most money off of the people who had the worst credit score. The banks make the most money off of people who have the least amount of money. That's just the fact of the matter. The government makes money off of people who overpay in taxes. Big business make money off of people who spend on every single holiday and overspend in many cases. So you got to understand, you have people who have a strategy to get your money. You just got to have a strategy to keep your money. And as a result, her credit increased, her cash flow increased, debt went down, etc.
Yes. All right. So this next testimony is from Isaiah. He just posted a picture of his score. All right. And this is what he had to say. He said, my credit score was a 495 before getting access to this system. This is my score now. Still getting it up. Thank y'all so much for introducing me to this system. Short, sweet, to the point, y'all. He's up 200 points in his credit score because he took action. He got access to a system that allowed him to go to the next level. So, y'all, we won't be on here much longer. I'm actually ready to go ahead and wrap it up so that we can get all of everybody who took advantage today of the opportunity. We want to properly get them welcome, added to the group, and make sure that we're here to fully support them. So huge shout out to all of you who took advantage. And you are going to hear from us a lot. So make sure you are plugged in.
Absolutely. So if you haven't taken advantage yet, do so. You still got time. We'll get a notification even outside of this live video. And we'll celebrate to give you your next steps so you can get on the right track and get a return on that investment. And you got to remember that you're probably going to spend $39, $40 on something that's not going to bring you value in the area of credit, more cash flow, debt elimination, financial literacy, understanding investment. So it's only going to be a benefit to you to invest in a system that will. That way you don't feel the regret that comes from, you know what, I spent money on something that went in and went out of my pockets and I don't have a residual benefit from it. So you got to start understanding that the money that you earn at your job, or if you're self-employed, or even if you just bring in income from, unemployment, the money that you bring in is not the goal. That's not the trophy. A lot of people feel like that's the prize. No, it's what you do with the money, because money is the seed. So you got to plant it somewhere. You got to put it into something that's going to bring you more of it. Then that's when you get the harvest. You see, when you get a seed, it's nothing without it getting invested into something, without it getting put into some type of soil that's fertile enough to make it produce. And when it produces, now it can feed families. Then when those things produce, now it can feed communities. And when those things produce, now it feeds the world. So hopefully you take a part of your cash flow, invest it in yourself, whether it's with us or something else. But we highly recommend you get access to our system, because our system can help you better your credit, increase your cash flow. Then you can go out and do the things that you were going to do anyway, because our system gave you the additional cash flow and the knowledge to make it beneficial to you.
All right, so this will be my last testimony. This comes from a queen by the name of Rashida. She said, I have to say a huge thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I've been following all of the challenges and videos. I have written all of my letters utilizing the system. And as you can see, the debts have been removed. And through your guidance on other areas, my credit score has jumped by 80 points in as little as 30 days. The great news is it's still growing. I'm so happy because once I get my credit score to my desirable goal, I'll be able to invest in another property. Thank you so much. Then she used the hashtag knowledge is power, no crab in the barrel mentality. Cash is king, but credit is power. Action. Take action. And the royalty movement, which is the name of our movement.
Gotta love it. So, hey, hopefully you got some value out of this. Hopefully somebody's testimony inspired you. Hopefully you feel like you know about a system that can help you go from where you are now, credit-wise, cash flow-wise, to where you want to go. So now you can't say you don't know of a system that's helping people all across the nation. It's the number one do-it-yourself credit system across the nation, the number one personal financial system in the nation, and it positions you to be empowered. So you're not just depending on others to give you an understanding. And it positions and postures you to be not, or minimizes the likeliness of you being taken advantage of. So many people are being taken advantage of. So many people are being manipulated. So many people are being bamboozled with all of these people who are swearing to have their best interests at heart. But when you get access to the system and you know that the system works, then all of that diminishes. And then you can tell the real from the fake.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you one last time how you can gain access to the system before we wrap it up and get back to our messages. All right. You are going to see our picture somewhere on the screen because you're on our live. It's typically up here at the top. If you just tap our picture, it is going to bring you to our TikTok page. And in this area right here, this is considered our bio. There is a link. When you click that link, it is going to bring you here. You are going to click the very first option that says Financial Success Membership. And then there's a big old green button. You cannot miss that button. Here is the application, and you are going to initial next to the $39.95 membership. It has already been discounted, so you don't need any type of code. The next step is your payment option. And as we stated, it is $39.95. Once you fill out the application, then you're going to get access to what I'm about to show you now. You will receive your own website. Okay, it will look exactly like this one. If you click on income shifting membership, this is everything that's included in the membership. Give yourself a pay raise on your job by adjusting your W-4, debt elimination tools, investment education, the money management and record keeping software called the Cash Flow Manager, and then there is the My Credit System. The My Credit System, guys, is the number one do-it-yourself credit repair system in the country right now. We are killing it, all right? This is why. Look at how organized and user-friendly it is. There are 8 modules that's teaching you everything there is to know about credit, from how to pull your credit report, how to read your credit report, lower your credit utilization, build new credit, remove negative items. Everything is included. We actually break down all 5 of the factors. Not just getting stuff taken off, guys. It's bigger than that. There's 5 factors that make up your score. We are going to go to module number 4, which talks about how to remove negative items from your credit report. Guys, we are about to wrap up the live, so make sure you're walking through those enrollment steps and you're grabbing your access, or at least jot down our username so that you can get access, because you will regret not getting access to the system. Short video on the top